the man who made a deal with God, and the miracle of his mother's last moment Islam. This man lived with a deep inner struggle. He grew up in a non-Muslim family and loved his mother dearly, but she was suffering from a severe illness that worsened day by day. His heart was attached to her, and every time he saw her condition deteriorate, he felt helpless. The beginning. At a certain point in his life, he began to draw closer to Islam after being influenced by Muslim friends who treated him with sincerity and compassion. He saw in Islam a light that touched his heart, but he hadn't yet decided to enter the faith. Something was pulling him toward it, yet he was afraid of change, and as his mother's illness worsened, he felt he needed a power greater than humans, a power to turn to when everything else fails. The deal with God. One night, as he sat beside his mother's hospital bed, he lifted his head to the sky for the first time with genuine sincerity and said, "O God, if you exist and can hear me, I promise you, if you heal my mother, or if she dies while believing in you, I will embrace Islam without hesitation." That moment became a turning point in his life. It wasn't just a prayer, it was a deep, heartfelt vow unlike anything he had ever felt before. Strange signs before her passing. In her final days, he noticed something unexpected. His mother, who had never known anything about Islam, began asking questions about God and the afterlife, as if her heart was suddenly opening. She would say, "I feel that there is one God. I feel close to him." He listened to her words while quietly crying inside. Could this be the answer to the deal he made with God? The decisive moment. Hours before her death, she woke up with a strange light on her face. She looked at him and said, "I want to know the true path. Teach me if you know it." He froze in shock. He wasn't a scholar, but he knew the words of the testimony. He leaned close and whispered, "Say, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah." She repeated it clearly, and smiled. Moments later, her soul departed, still smiling, like she had finally found a peace she had never known, fulfilling the promise. He broke down in tears from the overwhelming emotions, yet deep inside, he felt a peace unlike anything he had experienced. He had witnessed a miracle. And he knew that God had accepted the deal made in his heart. The next day, he went to the nearest mosque and said to the imam, "I want to say the Shahada. I made a promise to God, and I will not break it." He uttered the same words he had taught his mother. From that day on, he became a steadfast Muslim, carrying a story that shook hearts, telling everyone, God is closer to us than we imagine. Open a small door for him, and he opens endless doors for you.